Okay, so basically the worst content creator and updater, but here we are, and maybe this one will make it online. We took up our herbs and we potted them up and planted them here for the winter, well, for I don't know how long, because what I realized is I'm gonna register for my USDA farm number here on this property and write the business plan for it to be an herb garden. So we've got a better idea of what we want our layout to be, and we want to move the herbs around. And then what I'm doing now is going back over the yard. We bought this place in March and we didn't have the money for a big truckload of mulch. So we just did what we could with what we had. Almost nothing that we planted in the yard took except for a volunteer pumpkin, which took over the whole yard. So that was cool. And the roses are doing great, but we want to prepare to get herbs in here next year. And so today we're doing a bunch of smothering because on this fence here is a trumpet vine. Our neighbor did let us cut it down, but trumpet vines, though native, can be invasive, and what it's doing is escaping her property because she doesn't manage a damn thing and she pays landscapers who don't know what they're doing. And so it's coming over into our property. So we are trying to double smother where it's been coming up in our yard. And next year, honestly, we're going to be using Roundup. Like, the trumpet vine needs to go. It's super invasive. It's growing up under our soil. It has started to attach to our house in some places. So since we still don't have the money for a huge truckload of mulch right now, maybe by next spring, but what we can do now is smother it with cardboard. It's the time where everyone's putting out their leaves for the city, as you can see up the tree lawn there. Ugh. So we'll be going around and foraging for leaves. And we've got the bunny barn to clean out, which means we'll have a bunch of hay and bunny poop. And the city of Akron, or Summit County Metro Parks, did put out free wood chips. We got some of those and we're gonna try to go get another load. So hopefully we can DIY this for free with cardboard, leaves, hay, and mulch, free mulch. Hopefully that's the goal. So that's what I'm doing over here today. And then we will replant these herbs. And the herbs, we're going to do a lot of herb planting to support the bunnies. And that in turn supports the cats because we're going to raise bunnies to supplement cat food more affordably. And anything that we can do more affordably means more cats that we can help. Okay, so you can see where that cardboard is where it stops. I've done everything. I'm not doing this spot right here along the cement planter because we're gonna put a path in there. But there's my layers, which I will go closer and show you in a second. And it's 6 tubs, 3 of wood chips, 3 of leaves. So I'm making sure to keep the cardboard double thick. I really want a good smother. I've got nice, heavy, wet leaves, really piled up, not thinly spread out. A good, like a good amount of mulch in here, like half a finger height. And then I'm doing hay on top of it. I'm shoving it in right up under the plants, right up under them to prevent everything from growing up right next to the plants. And it's not even half of one side of the front yard. So yeah, as you can see, that's barely half of the front yard. I ran out of cardboard and I'm just being very generous with the leaves, the wood chips, and the hay. Now, some people are gonna say, don't put wood chips in there because, I don't know, nitrogen or whatever, and they're just totally fucking wrong. Like, don't listen to anyone that wants to get picky about what you should put in where. You could have done, if you don't use herbicide and you had grass clippings from somewhere, you could smother with grass clippings. All of your weeding, when you do your last harvest in your garden, you should just leave all that shit there because it'll break down. But let's say that you were trying to do this. So you could do your last harvest in your current vegetable garden and put all your tomato plants and everything down in there. You could save up your food scraps in your kitchen, and you could do cardboard and then food scraps. And then I would suggest something over top of that because of like bugs and stuff. But there's no right or wrong way to do this, except for anything with herbicide is going to stay in there and then your plants won't grow. But anything else that's organic, any paper that you have, newspaper, food, dog poop, cat poop, bunny poop, chicken poop, goat poop, any of the poops. If you've got hay, if you could go buy a couple of bales of straw. Another thing that I've read that's really good is rabbit pellets, because they're just basically fertilizer. So you could go get a bunch of bags of like rabbit pellets, but all you're doing is super smothering the grass and building soil. So I want this to be really deep because I'm planting plants directly in that. I'm not digging down through into the cardboard. I'm planting in this right here. So, and you can do it. A lot of park systems give away free wood chips. You can get on Facebook groups, see if anyone has any leftover mulch. You can get with Chip Drop. I have not had any success getting a chip drop, but I think it's because all of the nurseries and tree companies near me sell their mulch. But depending on where you live in the US, chip drop will give you like a fuck ton of wood chips. It's thick and has logs and stuff, but it's good. You can buy mulch at your big box store if you have to, but I really suggest cardboard. Get it from all your friends and families. Hit up the cardboard dumpsters in the area. Then leaves, because especially now in the fall, like, get those leaves. Don't let the city take them up. And if you don't already have wood chips, see if your local park system gives them away, or get on Facebook groups. And then for hay and straw, if you don't have barnyard animals, you can get bales of straw at a local feed store, and it's pretty inexpensive. So if that was the last amount of money that you put in it, it is a good way to spend your money. But this smothering of your lawn does not have to be a very expensive undertaking. It's a good day to finish up one side of the yard. So this will probably be the conclusion of my how we're eliminating grass video series, because you don't have to see me detail like this section of the yard when you can see that this one is done. So along the flower beds, we're gonna build like a pathway. So this will be a walkway, and then there is a lonely rose bush right there. Next year there will be more rose bushes, and it's hard to see, but there's a lilac at the other end. So the top of the yard is gonna have like roses and lilacs. So there'll be a path right just behind the very crest of the hill. And then the rest of this whole area, that's gonna be our herb garden. It's going to be all lavender and sage. It should be epic. So I completely have covered it. We have a little bit of space down here that's left. So I'll do a cardboard odyssey today and then finish it. And the layers are cardboard, wood chips that we got for free from the local park system, leaves that we got for free from people's tree lawns, and then we saw our neighbor raking, and he was using a big tarp to take them to his tree lawn, and I was like, how about you put them in my driveway? So I got a huge pile from him. And then we have Bunny Barn. This stuff is so good. Honestly, I might try to sell it in the future. So I'll just give you a close-up of the layers and an overview of the yard without my face in it, and that'll be the conclusion of this is how we're eliminating yard for free. So we get our cardboard from local, neighbors and stuff. Like, if my neighbors put cardboard out in their trash cans, I would totally take it. But our neighbors had a baby, so this summer they brought us all of the cardboard containers for all the baby stuff they got. But we go down to the local park system where there are cardboard dumpsters, and we take cardboard from them. Wood chips that we got free from our local park system. A lot of park systems do this. But if you can't afford or source Wood chips, don't worry, you don't need them. Leaves, which are in abundance, so unless you're living in the desert, you should be able to get leaves from anywhere, your neighbors, your own yard, whatever. And then hay, so we're using our own bedding from our own bunny barn, but you can buy straw at a local feed store. It's pretty inexpensive. A bale of straw is usually around $15. So for like a yard this size, I'm gonna say 2 bales would do it. And the point is, like, and you can buy mulch and stuff from the big box stores, but I'm trying to let you know how you can source it for free or very cheap. You could also like go to a horse barn. If there are horse barns in your region, go and be like, hey, what do you do with your horse barn? You could put horse barn out here. You could put goat barn. So, you know, get to know like your local farmers. My arm was getting tired. Local farmers are a great way to source a lot of stuff. Some of them might sell it. Most of them will probably give it away to you for free. So yeah, anyway, cardboard for free, wood chips from local park systems, leaves, there are tons of them out in the world, free, and then hay or straw from your local feed store, from your own bedding if you have any animals that use it, or from like Get to Know a Farmer. So, and now here are some close-ups of the yard. Cardboard, wood chips, leaves, hay,